The Nintendo Switch eShop sale this week, it's packed with great offers, and today I'm going to be breaking down some of the best deals you don't want to miss across the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Plus stick around for this week's giveaway winners and more on this week's giveaway. Let's dive in. Deliver Us the Moon is now 30% off a new low price. It's been a journey getting it on the Switch. It was originally actually cancelled years ago, only to randomly get a 2024 release date. But I've been a big fan of the series for a long time, so it was definitely great to see. It's also worth noting that all funds from this release are going towards financing the third game in the trilogy. That actually just had a successful Kickstarter, and I'm hoping if this does well, we might see the sequel hit the Switch as well. That game was called Deliver Us Mars. As for the story, Earth is a wasteland, and humanity turn to the moon for resources. But when communication with the base goes dark, it is now up to you to uncover what happened and try to save the day. The storytelling is just fantastic, and like sure, it's not the prettiest on Switch, but it still won me over. If you do want to check out gameplay, I've got a full hour-long video over on GameCorner. That's linked below. You'll also find my review down there too. 30XX is now 40% off a new low price. This game is a fantastic spin on the Mega Man formula, combining tight controls and fluid movement. Think classic action platformers, but then it's got the replayability of a modern roguelike. Now what sets 30XX apart is how it never feels the same twice, and that's thanks to procedurally generated levels and two distinct characters with unique playstyles. You know, you've got Ace's fast-paced combos, but then you've got Nina's intricate power fusion system. It just offers a ton of variety. Now the game also supports then both local and online co-op, so you can enjoy it with a friend, always a great bonus. Plus you can tweak the game's systems and difficulty as you play, even after you do complete it for the first time. Overall, I'd say it's a tough game, but the controls are spot on, and that overall design is brilliant. Plus the first entry, 20XX, also worth checking out too. Phantom Spark is a relatively new release, now 35% off. That's a new low price. It's very much in the style of Wipeout, this game, but with a focus on time trials. Now you'll be moving from world to world, overcoming challenges, and then you'll face off against each area's, let's call them boss, in a race where you need to leverage everything you've learned that far. Visually, it looks fantastic. I've really enjoyed the gameplay so far, and I've actually got a video over on GameCorner if you do want to see it in action. Just as a warning, however, I'm still chipping away at it myself. It's kind of perfect for those bite-sized sessions. Then in total, the game features over 30 tracks, online leaderboards, and ghost opponents to track your progress. There's basically plenty here to keep you coming back. Now quickly, as always, we've got two $10 eShop gift cards to give away this week. To enter, just drop a comment down below and we'll announce the winners in next Saturday's video. Also, do us a favour, if you're enjoying the video, maybe you found something to add to the library, hit that subscribe button for daily Switch content. It helps out the channel a huge amount. Alright, so next up is Curse to Golf, which is 75% off. That's a new low price, and it's one of the more unique roguelikes out there. Now you play as a golfer who struck down dead on the course, and now you must complete 18 holes to make your way back to the land of the living. The 2D courses are procedurally generated. That keeps things fresh, and there's a lot of creativity here, from trick shots to power-ups that can make your ball explode or split into multiples. There are even boss encounters. Now I will warn, it's definitely a tough game. You expect that from a roguelike, but yeah, definitely worth a look. Also, if you do go and check out old reviews of this one, it did have a game-breaking bug at launch that trapped players at the first boss. That has been fixed now, so don't worry about that. I actually return to this one regularly, and yeah, I still enjoy the challenge. Cogen Sword of Rewind is now 50% off, matching its lowest price. This one is perfect for fans of fast-paced action platformers, especially if you're into games like Mega Man. It's got a fantastic pixel art style, but what really sets it apart are the unique mechanics. The big hook here is that you're dealing with one-hit deaths, but instead of starting over, you can rewind time in 3-second increments to correct your mistakes. Now, the rewind ability regenerates gradually, so it adds this layer of strategy as you master each level and learn enemy attack patterns. When you hit your stride, however, the gameplay moves at a blistering pace, and yet it just feels fantastic. The story then has you playing a protagonist with no memory, armed with a talking sword. It's definitely a little weird, and you're heading into the ruins of your home city. But yeah, this one, if you want challenging, jump in here. Concept is really unique, and I was really impressed. Ark Ultimate Survival Edition is now 60% off and new at low price. This bundle includes the base game along with all the 5 massive expansions. Ark Survival Evolved transparently had a really rough start on the Switch. It was widely considered one of the worst ports on the system, but a sizable patch years after release dropped, and that significantly improved performance. Now it's a survival game worth checking out, and an incredibly challenging one at that. And the idea you're thrown onto an island full of dinosaurs and predators. You're left to figure things out with minimal guidance, kind of the, typical, experience in the survival world. But yeah, overall, it's tough but rewarding. But if you like a steep learning curve, this game has you covered. My big advice, don't jump straight into online play. Get some practicing first. I've actually got a new top survival games video dropping this week as well, so do watch out for that because this game will be featured. Yohane the Parhelion blazing the Deepblue is now 35% off and new at low price. While I initially knew very little about the character, they've gotten some great games recently. There's actually a fantastic deck building experience as well that you should check out. This one, however, is an action platformer with some minor Metroidvania elements. That's thanks to its unique supporting cast. You can basically call on these characters to assist you in battle, and each bring their own moves and skills to the table. It adds a really nice layer of strategy to the gameplay. I had a lot of fun with this one, and you can find my full review in the pinned comment below. And yeah, like if you already like this character, you know them, I'd say this one is an easy yes to pick up. Monomals is now 90% off and new at low price. It's truly a hidden gem that flew under the radar for many. The premise revolves around a DJ contest amongst animals where your goal is to capture musical fish to craft your beats. Yes, it is weird as hell. But this sets the stage for an adventure platformer where you'll navigate through underwater courses, solving environmental puzzles along the journey. Adding to its charm then is a surprisingly comprehensive music creation tool that allows you to share your beats online and have them rated, though fair warning here, like the online community may be a bit quiet, as is often the case with non-first party Switch titles. At this new low price though, it's a great time to check out this really unique experience. Wavetale is now 75% off and new at low price, and in my opinion it features some of the best water-based gameplay we've seen in recent years. Now the game is set in a world overcome by the ocean where the people are trapped by a mysterious and deadly mist. Now things go wrong and it's up to you to protect those around you. A shadowy figure as well grants you the power to walk on water, something your character actually fears, but this ability feels incredibly freeing and acrobatic. You might even find yourself, like me, just spending time messing around. Final Vendetta is now 60% off and new at low price. It's a solid pick for beat 'em up fans. While it got mixed reviews at launch as well, I personally enjoyed it, though some didn't appreciate just how old school it feels. Namely, there are no continues. If you die, it's all the way back to the beginning. However, I'm a fan of the combat mechanics, and the chunky pixel design kind of gives off strong Mega Drive vibes, which I personally love. That said, look, at launch it was priced similar to TMNT and Streets of Rage 4. I do think it was a bit steep, but this discount goes a long way to helping. Be warned though, there is one section with insta-death moments that I found a bit cheap, definitely also out of place for the genre. I'll also be covering this game in an upcoming list video this week, all about the best beat-em-ups, alongside the aforementioned survival games list, so do keep an eye out for those. Our first $10 eShop gift card winner then of the week is Knives Out, who was intrigued by Iron Meat, a new release that's perfect for Contra fans. It is highly recommended from me. Congrats on the win, Knives Out. Email me for the code, and everyone else, stick around for our second winner that's coming up shortly in the video. The Pillars of the Earth then is now 87% off, a price we see frequently, but the game absolutely deserves some love. I originally played this on PlayStation, picked it up on the Switch, and really enjoyed it for handheld. It is a point-and-click adventure, a genre I personally love, based on the book of the same name. Now the cool twist here is that you get to impact the story's outcome, and it's a really unique kind of world. It's set in 12th century England during a time of poverty and war, and you're out to build a cathedral to claim wealth and security for your people. So yeah, just this really unique setting with beautiful visuals and a solid narrative, definitely one for the genre fans. In Stars and Time is now 20% off, matching its lowest price. This is a time looping RPG where with each loop you gain new perspectives on the world, opening up fresh ways to solve puzzles and unlock new dialogue options. As you progress, you'll also use this knowledge to equip better gear and strategize in turn-based combat, which features this unique kind of rock, paper, scissors mechanic. Without giving too much away, this is a special game with stunning black and white visuals and a quirky world to explore. If you enjoyed games like Undertale, this is one I definitely recommend checking out. Now on that note as well, do remember Undertale is also on sale right now, and it's got just a few days left. We only see it drop in price once a year, so if history repeats, this could be your only chance to grab it at a discount in 2024. No More Heroes 1 and 2 are both back on sale at 70% off, matching their lowest price, but this time it's only for those in the UK, EU and Australia. I don't know why these drop so frequently in those regions, but rarely in the US and Canada. If you are outside those areas, I recommend adding them to your wish list. And yes, I do talk about these games frequently, but that's because I love them. They're cult classics. I've reviewed both of them here on the channel, alongside the third game as well. Find those below. But yeah, like here you play as Travis Touchdown, battling your way up the assassination leagues. In the first game, you're out to claim the top spot with your beam katana, exploring the city, completing odd jobs and defeating rival assassins. In the second game, you're back and ranked 51, but this time the open world elements are mostly gone and it throws you straight into the action. The humor is just weird, the gameplay is fantastic, and they are both a blast to overcome. Now our second $10 eShop gift card winner is John, who shouted out the Joda collection, which is still on sale. It's an incredible bundle that backs 2 indie gems, that's In Other Waters and Citizen Sleeper, both of which are must-plays if you're into narrative-heavy experiences. Congrats on the win, John. Email me for the code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. Mega Man Battle and Network Legacy Collection is now 50% off, that matches the low price. This series of tactical RPGs is set in the Mega Man universe, and it brings together 10 games, so there's tons of gameplay for your cash, but starting from the third game onwards, it's worth knowing here, like in Pokemon, each entry actually has 2 versions, with some minor differences like unique encounters. I am a massive fan of this collection though. I've got a dedicated video on the channel, I'll link that below, but this bundle then also includes a gallery of art and music, but most importantly, online play is supported. That is just a fantastic addition for these older games. If you are a fan of Mega Man or tactical RPGs, this is a must play, and again, if you want to learn more, there's way too much to cover here, check out my video below. Finally, I want to give a quick shout out to 2 incredible stealth games whose sales end in just 48 hours, so don't sleep on these. Mark of the Ninja and Invisible Ink. Mark of the Ninja is an outstanding 2D side-scroller with some of the best stealth mechanics in gaming, while Invisible Ink is a unique stealth tactics game that really stands out for its unique gameplay. This is all a way of me actually promoting a video that I dropped this week, the 40 best stealth games on Switch. It turns out many of those games are either on sale right now or they regularly drop in price. The video took a ton of work. It's packed with 40 minutes of content, so check it out if you're a stealth fan. And both of these games, they're matching their lowest historical prices, and you really can't go wrong with either. Going to be linking that video at the end. Hope you enjoy. And that is a wrap. What games are you going to be picking up this week? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget then, there are some major deals still live from the previous videos. Maybe check those out next. A quick shout out then to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then be sure to subscribe for more daily Switch content. And yeah, see you all on the next one. Thanks all.